Right, let's continue. Let's, now we are talking about it was third one. That's right. So then, what I told you, I remember. Right? It was adjusting or non-adjusting. Yeah. I told it's non-adjusting, and if it is material for decision-making purpose, you can disclose this fact. Why they are talking about the impact of this loss in the future. But still, my argument, it doesn't seem like affecting to going concern. Because they are covering 9 million out of total 16, means loss will be only 7 million. So therefore, I don't think that it will be heavily affected to going concern of this company, but it is material, therefore we can disclose, right? Now part 2. A signal, a sin, uh, single or signal. A single class of inventory held at another warehouse. Same story, continue. Warehouse was valued at its cost of 460,000 as of 31st March. In April 2015, look that point, 70%. 70% of this inventory was sold for 280,000, on which Vikram's sales staff earned a commission of 15% of the selling price. We are talking about cost and net realizable value story again for 4 marks. Out of this, how much a percentage? 460 into 0.7, then cost will be 322,000. In a 70 of this, out of 460,000, 70% will be sold for 280,000, on which they will get a 15% selling commission. Then 280 minus 0.15 means out of 280,000 you have to subtract another 42,000 as sales commission. Then what is net realizable value? 280 into 1.85, 85% only. It means 238,000. Net realizable value of this inventory will be 238,000. What is cost of this inventory? 416 to 70%. 322. Other one 238, no? Then 322,000 worth of inventories were sold subsequently for how much? 238,000. Then what is the difference? 84,000. That 84,000 should be recognized as expense for the year. Then how to score for this? How to score these 4 marks? First point, we have to say, according to LKS number 2, inventory should be valued at lower of cost and net realizable value. Accordingly, cost of these goods, how much I say? 322,000, and net realizable value of this inventory, according to the evidence given, how much? 238,000. Therefore, it is clear that the NRV is less than its cost. Therefore, difference of how much? Difference of how much? 84,000 should be recognized as an expense and consider this as adjusting event under LKS 10. 4 marks. That's it. Here also we have one accounting standard question in 2014 paper. You can remember this story we did, recognition of assets. Therefore, I don't want to discuss it again. This was done. Can you remember? When I discuss recognition of assets, I told you this lottery ticket story. Why? Any doubt? This is 2000, either 14 or 15. Don't worry. 14, right? Yeah, this thing we have already discussed. There were no need to discuss. You can remember, we need to recognize lottery ticket as an asset. What are the conditions should be satisfied? That's the story. But it's for 10 marks. There are two parts, right? Only one story. Same thing I discussed in the class. Therefore, I don't want to discuss it again. Hope I discussed. Yes or no? No. I told the answer also. You just see the first video that I did this semester. First lecture. It was there. Right? No. Can you recognize this lottery ticket to this company? Definitely you will have one case like that. That means you have to decide whether it is an asset or not. Something like that. You need to write an answer for that kind of question. You have to remember main 5 conditions that you need to recognize to see something as an asset. What are those? Arise as a result of past transaction or event, controllability, possibility, future economic benefits, probability of having it, and measurability. If those 5 are satisfied, you can recognize something as an asset. But in this case, what will be the problem? Probability of having economic inflows. So therefore, it is not. Should Jayavardhana company recognize this lottery ticket as an asset? And if so, at what amount? But in this story, what has happened? There is secondary market with a minimum price. Right? So therefore, they can sell it in the market. They can translate in the market. So therefore, transferable price was given as established in about 900 can recognize as an asset. Now these days, what happened in our market also? People were shouting in front of the grounds, cricket matches. So what happened? The people bought tickets early and sold it for higher price. It's something like this. Let's say now, if let's say there is a match after 3 months period. Now I have already, let's say I'm a company, already I bought 1000 tickets at, let's say, 500 rupees. And I'm planning to sell it, let's say, for 1500 later. Then my year comes. Where do I show that? Is it an expense? Simple like that. Same thing I can put into that ticket story. So if I bought set of tickets today, and let's say tomorrow is my accounting year end, I bought it for 500 cricket match tickets, let's say, but I know I can sell it at higher price in the future because there is secondary market anyway. So then where do I show those in my financial statements? Should be recognized as part of asset. Right? Non-monetary, but we have to recognize why we can sell it in the market. It's like investment fund. Right. Second part of this, just see. This thing also we have done. Look, most of the past paper, most of the exam questions are from where? Slides. Right? So that is the only conclusion you can derive by looking at this event. Same thing we have done. Right? It means if we refer these slides again and again and again, very easy to score 50 marks in the exam. Nothing. What about this? Can remember change in the purpose of administrative to investment property. We learned a point that change in purpose is not a change in accounting policy. So therefore, for 4 marks, what you have to say? This is not change in accounting policy. Therefore, you don't want to restate your comparatives. We did last week, same question. So therefore, I don't want to do again. Now, how many questions I have done already? 4 questions. This area I didn't do this semester. 37 we didn't do. Last time we planned to do, but we didn't have time. So therefore, I'm not going to test anything from LKS 37 this semester. We didn't do. What is this? This is about company. I'll come to that point later. There is another paper here. This is ratio analysis question in this year. There are 2 ratio analysis questions. I don't expect to do ratio analysis because still you are not done. That will come within last 2 weeks. It will be done by Professor Jayama. Then this is the company account in question we did. It's 2015 question paper. So 2015 question paper I have tested PPE note and statement of owner's equity as one question together in question number 6. This is for 20 marks. Changes in equity statement and PPE note. Understand? Only that two. Look from companies. In 2014 paper, this is separately, PPE note separately, and statement of owner's equity separately, but for 40 marks there. Right? So then same thing we can expect this time, but I'll cover this area next week. But today, since we have 30 minutes more, we'll do some MCQs. Because there will be some MCQs in the exam also. Look these questions quickly. The MCQ area is covered. So then only balanced in for next week is some small areas which is possible for the examination and company accounting. Probably for 30 marks for companies. Right. That's the answer for this. Yes, what is the answer? Number 4. Last row. Is it that much difficult? Corner. A MCQ question will be the easiest question. Why? Answers are there, you just tick off one. There is probability of 20% of getting the correct answer. Don't worry. What's the answer? Third one. Second one. Look, second, third, fourth. What is your one? First one. Huh? Second. No, why am I your answer? No. Answer. What is it? Your one? B. B? B and C only. What about you? First one. Number 2. Look. Second one. Third one. Right. Now all covered. Right? Except first, I think. Right? Now let's see. Which statement is OR correct? Recording assets on its book value does not agree with historical cost concept. Correct or wrong? Book value does not agree with historical cost. You said wrong. Correct or wrong? Either correct or wrong. Wrong. Okay. If it is wrong, you can reject two answers. Answer A and answer 1 and answer 4. Yes, you can reject. Why? It is not there, no? It is there, no? Then B. Leaving personal insurance expense from income statement of business is agreed with entity concept. Personal insurance expense from leaving personal insurance. Personal leaving means removing that, right? Personal insurance expense from income statement of business is agreed with the entity concept. Yes, it's true, right? B should be there. If so, you can ignore answer number 5 as well. Right? It has only C, right? So that's how we can select. Then we have erased only answer C permanently. Making provisions for doubtful debts is not agree with prudence concept. No, it agrees with prudence concept. We did it today when we start the lecture. So then C is wrong, right? C is wrong, right? Now, if C is wrong, you can reject 3 answers. Look the way we select answers. How many answers you can reject? 3. Number 2 already wrong. Now, people who said 2 already gone, huh? Right? 4th answer anyway gone. People who said 4th, they don't have marks. Anyway, 5th also do not have marks. Then you have to select either 1 or 3. Now, decision factor is A. You have to be very careful with one term there. On its book value does not agree with. Book value means cost minus accumulated depreciation, net book value. Cost minus means it complies with historical cost concept. What it says now. Not agree. Not agree. No, it's no. It's agree with historical cost. So answer is, what is it? B only. Yes. B only means answer number 3. You said number 3. No, you said C and you said only B. No? No, you didn't say. Then anyway wrong, no? No one marks. Right, B only. Look, it's really crucial. Now, it's quite difficult to think. Right? All are quite similar. Now, look the next. Look next one. Again from concepts, easy. Machine was obtained on lease basis. When you read the story, you should remember the concept that we discussed today. What's it? Substance or form, which is easy, right? It's there. Wait, one thing. Substance or form and going concern also there. What do you think about it? Accounting concept is substance or form, no doubt, right? Not concepts. When liability is compared with the provision, I think we didn't do this time. 37 we didn't do, therefore you can't write answer for this, but we need. We didn't discuss this time. But slides are given. So I have fair right to think that it has been done because slides are given. Right? But anyway, I don't ask questions on that. Anyway, just understand what is provision and liability. In the case of provision, what do you mean by provision? Provision is kind of Obligation which has uncertain timing and the amount. Right? It's a liability which has uncertain timing and it means it's a liability, but we don't know when to pay it or what amount should be paid. If we make a provision, that's why we for provision for doubtful debts we make a provision. For warranties we make a provision, but we don't know how much we have to pay in the future or what amount. When we have to make the payment in the future. Timing and the amount we are not sure. So therefore we call it a provision. So then when liability is compared with the provision, the amount and timing of provision is uncertain. What is certain? In a liability it is certain. If you take creditors, we know how much should be paid as creditors. And when to pay also we know. Based on it depends on the creditor's payment period. Right? So therefore it is uncertain. Answer is number 1. This thing you should know. D. With the following items may appear in company's statement of changes in equity according to LKS 1 presentation of financial statement. What do you show in changes in equity statement? Unrealized revaluation gains, dividends paid, proceeds of equity share issue, profit for the period. That's the answer. Now, unfortunately, today I will not able to check the answers given by online people, because if so, I have to go there and see. Yeah, people who said answers in online, actually, I will not able to look every time. All 4. Somebody said all 4. Is it? Three. Answer 3. Is it? Anybody? Second one. It means 1, 3 and 4 only. 3. Nice. Yes, for this thing answer is number 3. All 4 items. Dividends, unrealized revaluation gains, all are part of equity. Look, gains, reserves. Dividend paid through profits. Equity share, part of equity. Profit for the period, part of equity. Everything is inside the statement of owner's equity. LKS 7 also we didn't do this semester. Now we ignore this. Cash flow statement we didn't discuss. We do it next semester if you do accounting stream. Next semester, if somebody is following accounting stream, people will do almost all the IFRSs and IASs. Not all new ones. Then people who do not like to do those, don't come. But anyway, not only that actually, we do actually part 50% from standards and balance 50% from contemporary topics. Like those are qualitative nature purely. Like we say forensic accounting, integrated reporting, then green accounting, fair value accounting, goodwill concept. Those kind of stuff we discuss in contemporary accounting issues we have in accounting stream. That's the main course unit in accounting. So there we do it. Right, part F. Then answers are not given. That's a difficulty. Right? Then you have to find an answer and write it. Purposely I deleted because otherwise what you do, you just select one and have marks. A trader purchased goods worth 2 million. He has arranged to sell the goods on the following basis. 50% of these goods 4,300, 20% of these goods 500. This is very simple work. It's like grade 5 scholarship sum. Not accounting, no? We don't have anything accounting inside this. නිකන් ගමේ මුදලාලිට කිව්වත් ඕක හදනවා. ඩක් ගාලා. කීයක් ප්‍රොෆිට් එක තියෙනවද කියලා ඕක ඇතුලේ. Something like that. Then what they ask, what would be his total gross profit margin? Gross profit margin on cost. First, what we have to find? What is gross profit? In first 1 million, why 50% out of 2 million? Inside first 1 million, how much is the profit? 300,000. Got it? Inside second 20% of 2 million means 2 million into 20% means 400,000. 400,000 was sold for 500,000. Then what is margin there? 100,000. In third 15%, 2 million into 15% means 300,000. 300,000 inside it we have 25,000. Then what is total profits? Inside first item, here we have 300,000. Inside first item here 100,000. Inside this item here 25,000. 300, 100, 25 means 425,000. 425,000 for how much? 50, 70, 85 only. Understand? Now cost is 85% out of this. Then 85% means how much? It's 1.7 million. For 1.7 million, we have profit of 420. 425 over 1.7 million. It is 25%. You did partnership also, no? I forgot to tell you. You did partnerships, no? Then we should do at least one question for partnership. I forgot to tell you. But I have given some questions in your revision tudes, revision PPTs. There were two partnership questions. Just see it. I'll do it next week. Then this thing. Look. Kumar and Khan are in a partnership sharing profit and losses equally. Interest on capital balance is to be allowed at 5%. The capital account balances at the start of the year, Kumar 10,000, Khan 20,000. The net profit for the year is 28,000. How much will be credited to Kumar's current account at the end of the year? Very simple one. It's from partnership. Look, we have covered almost all the areas in the exam. How much you credit to current account? What is his profit share? Net profit is how much? 28,000, that is shared equally. Then out of that half, because they are share profit equally, half means 14,000. Also capital account balances at the start of the year, Khan, no, they are talking about. Khan 20,000, that into 5%. Then how much? 20 into 5% means 20,000 into 5% means 1,000. That 1,000 plus 14,000, total will be 15,000. Understand? 15,000 will be transferred to his current account. If it is easy, next one is quite difficult. Look. H. It is from property, plant and equipment. Now what they test? They have given some balances relating to property, plant and equipment and depreciation. They have disposed one asset. What is the disposal value or the receipt? How much they have earned by disposing this asset? That is the question. How do you find it? I told you how to do it. You have to prepare disposal account. How to prepare a disposal account? you need to find out three figures. What are those? Cost of the disposed asset, that minus depreciation, that means it will be net book value, and compare it with the disposal receipt, then you will get profit or loss. Now what's the meaning of this? Beginning equipment, how much? Now find cost of the disposed asset first. It is not given directly. They have purchased 10,000 during the year. Now beginning we have how much? 255,000. Beginning we have 255. During the year we have purchased how much? 10. It means it should be 265 total. But they have at the end how much? Only 235. 265. 255 plus 10. Then 265 minus 235. It is 30,000. It means the cost of the disposed asset. Cost of the disposed asset is how much? 30,000. One figure identified. Then next. Beginning accumulated depreciation how much? 10,000. Sorry, 100,000. Right? Then depreciation is how much? 25,000. Then altogether it should be 125,000. But end we have only 110,000 means what is depreciation for the disposed asset? It is 15,000. Get it? Beginning we had 100,000. During the depreciation 25 means it should be 125. But account says we have only 110 at the end of the year. It means balance for what? The removed asset or the disposed asset. Then disposed asset cost is how much? Already we have identified 30. Disposed asset depreciation is how much? 15,000. Then what is the net book value of disposed asset? 30 minus 15. It is 15,000. 30,000 minus 15,000. Cost minus accumulated depreciation will be the net book value. Accordingly, net book value will be how much? 15,000. Then the meaning of this is 15,000 worth of asset. 15,000 net worth of asset is disposed with a loss of how much? 8,000. It means what is my selling price? 7,000. 15 net worth of asset is disposed for 7,000, then only I can have a loss of 8,000. Look, without using any double entry, I told you how to do this. Right, this kind of thing I did earlier. Therefore, I don't want to discuss now. Accrual basis, cash basis thing. So today we practice, therefore I don't do it now. That's about this. This is part of company accounting. I'll do next week. That's enough. Right? So then I have done how many questions? From this thing, MCQ1 I did. So you have to practice others and come for the next class. Then next week I do. There are set of MCQs in the other paper. This is 2014. Now this is 14. Then you have a set of MCQs in 2015 paper. Then I next week or not next week, tomorrow. No? Tomorrow I do balance question of these papers. And I do some questions from company financial statements, especially focusing how to prepare a property, plant and equipment note and how to interpret statement of owner's equity and how to calculate equity. I do next day, tomorrow, right? So better you run through these standards and all others and come for the class, then only you can understand. Otherwise, no point of doing revision. Actually, revision for me finally, right? I am revising everything for me because nothing in your mind. Then just read tomorrow also from 1 to 8, no? 1 to 4, no? Yeah, 1 to 4. Then we do the rest of the questions. And after having these 2 revision sessions, I think at least we should be able to score 50 marks for the examination. Okay, then thank you very much and we'll see you again tomorrow.